What's up, everybody? We got BJ back again with us.
It's good.
I was teaching a class, and there was a guy named Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And Jeff asked me, hey, there are all these guns, and I just saw something that was $2,000. How do I know that I'm spending a right amount of money on a gun? How do I know I'm not paying too much or paying too little, and what type of gun I should buy? So we're not going to go through necessarily a gun selection process today. We're going to talk about all the additional things that you should think of when you're purchasing a firearm. So let's say we're looking at a rifle. BJ's going to be the customer today. BJ's coming in to look at a rifle. You got a ton of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have a Noveski over there that's like $3,000. You have SIG, AR-15s. AR stands for Armalite rifle, not assault rifle. That's, political rhetoric. You have Smith & Wesson M&P stuff that's a little bit less expensive. You got a lot to choose from. So this is Aero Precision. I really like these. At some point I'm going to talk about what you should look for when buying a rifle. We're not talking about that today, but that's coming down the road. Right now we're just talking about the price of the rifle being $1,500. A lot of people think about just the price of the rifle and not all the extra stuff. So I'm gonna let BJ check this out here. Get out of his way. See if you like that one there, good sir.
Pretty good.
Nice, yeah. So, nice and safe, man. Yeah, slick, John Wick. So, we're gonna roll with this. So we're just gonna leave it here. So keep this price in mind, $1,500. Now, what else do we need for this rifle? Well, we need a few things. So BJ, if we come over here, what we're gonna first look at is a case. So this is a savior bag. It's 37 bucks. So what would you pick? Would you want something like this or something like this?
I am a gray type of person.
Gray type of person. We got another one that's $98. So we could go with this gray. That's 37. You also have to make sure that it's gonna fit that rifle, but we're just gonna assume that it'll fit it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got $1,500 rifle and a $37 bag. You need to come in the range with your gun in a bag. People have walked into gun ranges before and everybody starts clutching because we don't know who you are, and then somebody will come and snatch your gun from you. And if you're coming in with your girlfriend or your wife, you're gonna look pretty bad. So we don't want that. All right, then we're gonna need some type of cleaning equipment because you gotta be able to clean your gun. So when I'm teaching rifle classes, I have something like this out. It's like a kit that pretty much comes with everything you need to clean it, except for the oil and the lubricant. So this kit is, where's the price on this? This is $114. All right, it also has like a rollout mat for you to put your rifle on and stuff like that so you don't stain your table. We need gun bore solvent. So the gun bore solvent is going to break up the grime and the dirt and stuff like that. And then after you hit everything with the solvent, you'll hit it with lubricant. I don't see any lubricant that I would use. What's this? Cleans, lubricates, protects. Whatever. Whatever, man. The gun bore solvent is $9. Let's assume that the lubricant is also $9. All right, so we got that. Let's see. We need medical gear, because if you're willing to make holes in people, you should be willing to also plug holes. Just because you're buying your first AR doesn't mean that you're the only one that has one. Everybody else has guns too. So you need to get some type of first aid kit. You could have, a negligent discharge, God forbid, shoot yourself, something like that. You need to take just a basic class at minimum of how to stop yourself from bleeding, because all of us can bleed. And I'm like so surprised that we don't teach that in school. Like, how do you stop yourself from bleeding? Don't worry about that. We need to learn about Pythagorean theorem. That's the dumbest thing ever. So then we have magazines. So you're gonna want, oh, let's get the price of that. Let's get the price of something. This is $35 for this family first aid. All right. Price could be lower or higher depending on whatever you get, but we're just keeping all the prices in mind. Then we need magazines. I always tell people you need at least 5. Like when you buy a gun, it's going to come with a certain amount of magazines. A rifle is typically going to come with 1, and then you're going to need to buy 4 more. Reason being, you can keep your mags loaded pretty much indefinitely. So we have 2 mags. P mags are always good. These are $13 a piece. Keep 2 P mags loaded so you don't have to get ready. And then you have another 3 that you bring to the range and train with, throw on the floor, tactical reloads, all that type of stuff. You beat them up. But then if something actually went down and you need to, get out of Dodge, maybe go to the in-laws house or, your brother, or just, leave because you're in an unsafe area, you have more than 1 magazine. Because that's a bad idea, bad scenario. All right, so we're also gonna look at lights. So you can ball out, you can get Surefire, a Surefire light. This is $332. Surefire is like the industry standard of weapon lights. Let's see something else that's just not as expensive. You get the Stream light. This isn't something that I would put on my rifle. This is $73, but based off what is available here right now, they're out of stock on some things. I'll just get the Surefire, buy once, cry once. Make sure it's something that's going to last, something that's going to hold up in conflict. So that's $332 for the Surefire weapon light. All right, and what that would kind of look like here is the light will be on the side. Kind of see that? The light will be on the side of the rifle, and then you'll have to buy a pressure switch. So you can just push your thumb to turn on the light.
Gotcha.
You're not using your finger to push in the back while you're shooting. So I don't have any pressure switches in here, so we'll find the price of that, but we'll just tally that up. We need ammo because you gotta train. You could have like the most Gucci gun in the world, but if you're not training with it, doesn't matter. So you can get a box of 20. So we're at 5.56 and 2.23. I believe that Arrow Precision is chambered in 5.56. So if it's chambered in 5.56, it can also shoot 2.23.
Gotcha.
Because it looks virtually the same. Can't really tell a difference. It's more of a difference in like pressure and other stuff. If you get a rifle that is chambered in 2.23, you can't shoot 5.56. If it says 2.23 wild, W-Y-L-D-E, you can shoot 2.23 and 5.56, just like if it's chambered in 5.56. Wrap your mind around that. So that's from some movie, and that part always just stuck with me. So we got $14 for a box of 20 of 5.56. And then we have $36 for a box of 50. So you have to, I would always recommend people have at least 500, 600 rounds at home that you just don't even play with.
Got you.
So if something goes down, you're not running to the gun store to buy ammo, which it won't be there anyway because everybody else is going to make it there before you. So you want to get 500 rounds, put that in a closet somewhere away from water and a bunch of excessive heat or cold, and then still buy ammo to train with. So if we did that, let's say what we have 1, 2, 3, let's see, 100, 200, 300, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, it's 10 boxes. 10 boxes at $36, it's $360. Math wasn't my my best thing, but $360. And then you'll probably want to buy that magazine. That PMag's going to hold like, 30, 31, 32 rounds, something like that. So a box of 20 isn't going to cut it.
Right. No.
So we might as well just buy, I don't know, another 4 boxes of 50 to get you another 100 rounds. So we're looking at 14 boxes of 50 rounds. Or you can just buy bulk. You can just buy bulk. This is 223, it's 150 rounds, and this is $95. Okay, so you can save, you can always save on buying bulk. But you gotta keep that in mind. Now, let's look at, this. So, that rifle, the railing doesn't have anything. Matter of fact, let me get it. This rifle doesn't have anything to stop my hand. So you're gonna want some type of foregrip or vertical grip. So if it's a 16-inch barrel or longer, you can get a vertical grip. If the barrel is below 16 inches, it's now a school shooter machine that shoots faster and kills more people. So you can't get a vertical grip to have more control over what you're doing to make sure that you hit the intended threat and not innocent people. You have to get this angled foregrip.
Oh, so that's how you distinguish the two.
Yeah. So either way, let's say you had to get the angled, that's $26. With this being a 16-inch barrel, we could just go with the vertical, that's $22. All right, so I'm actually gonna let you hold this. You can just hold it like that, straight up. Let's see what else we have here. Everything else is good, the stock is good. You don't have to go changing the stock immediately. So we're gonna keep moving, and we're going to need to see our target with some type of sighting system. So there's a lot of stuff here. You have EOTech, HoloSun, whatever. I'm gonna pull one out. First gun, you're not trying to break the bank, this HoloSun. So like if you hand me this real quick. So this will be here, and then you would set this, somewhere like here, and it would look like that. So that way you can start to identify your target more accurately and have your rounds on target more accurately because you have sights. If you buy an AR-15 or any type of rifle, it might not come with sights. So you got to buy some sights. So this thing is what? How much is this? $315. This is a HoloSun AEMS Core 2 MOA green dot. Great, love it. And then we got more stuff. Backup iron sights. What if your optic fails for some reason? Well, we're not just going to start hoping that the bullets go where they need to go. We need to have a backup system. A lot of people do this and subscribe to this mindset. I do as well. We need a front and a rear sight that we can flip up just in case the optic doesn't work. So we want it to match. We want the color to match because it's all about looking cool. So we got the front sight at $39 and the rear sight is $57. Okay, that's for your sights. We need a sling,
Can't forget a sling.
Yeah, because how are you gonna carry it? So like y'all see BJ's carrying it like that, but that's not how you wanna carry your rifle all day long. So we're gonna need some type of sling. We have different types. We have Magpul, we have Vickers. There's other stuff out there. For my 11.5-inch, I have the Warrior Poet. But for 16-inch like that, I'd probably go with a Vickers or something like that. So let's say we get this Vickers sling. They're all unpadded. Cool. Padded Vickers sling, $70. $70 for the sling. How are you going to attach the sling? You need QD mounts, quick detach mounts. So these right here. So these push in. You getting that right there? This pushes in to these QD openings right here. You got one here and one here. So you can just push that in. You'll have to buy two. They are $15 each, so $30 on these right here. And then you buy your sling. So then you can just let your gun rest on you instead of carrying it all the time. And I'll let you hold that, sir. And there's a bunch of other stuff here. You know, you can get into the gun belts and stuff like that, but you know, first things first, you don't have to get into that. You just want to set yourself up to be able to use the rifle, you know what I'm saying? To be able to play the game.
Right.
So we're going to tally all that up. That's going to come up to some number here, somewhere on the screen. And that's why you want to, you know, keep in mind, like, people might not be able to jump out the gate and spend $1,500 on a rifle. You might end up spending $800 on a rifle. If people get with an experienced person, they might just build their own rifle. You know, you could get a lower receiver from one company, get an upper receiver from another company, put it together, and maybe have a quality rifle at $800, $900. It depends, but you just want to think about the entirety of training instead of how much is the gun, because then you have training classes. Oh yeah, and that's an unknown. We're going to put unknown on the screen because you're going to keep training.
Sure.
All right, like I'm still training. So you got any questions or anything, or?
As far as different types of rifles, how you described, like putting it together, like, can you elaborate more about that?
As far as like making your own?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we can't take that apart and show you, but when you take the gun apart, you just realize that an Armalite rifle is just an upper receiver and a lower receiver. You're actually, when you do your background check, the government considers the lower receiver to be the gun.
Gotcha.
So you can get a lower receiver from Palmetto State Armory or, you know, whatever company, and then let's say you wanted your upper receiver to be from BCM, Bravo Company, or you want to buy your upper receiver from Aero Precision because you like their quality and you can just mix match it. Cool. It's like adult Legos.
Got you.
You know, and that could save you some money here and there, or you could just buy it straight from the gate, ready to go from the store. Hope you learned something. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Appreciate BJ being here. Roll mine.